Now we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Minnesota Vikings. The Jaguars have Josh Lambo out there to get us started, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
To return,
here comes Marcus Sherrills. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
All right, Reba. What do you want to do? I'm on controller. What do you want to do? Okay, we're doing Reba, we're doing this. Y'all can't be looking at me. No, it's me. Oh, you're behind it.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive, for 13 and a first down. Now we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver.
We can't do that.
Able
it's
to
only
do it
4 people.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
I hate you. I think you're passing it.
You're
passing it.
And this still will be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Who the hell is passing it? Is it me or you?
He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick 6 last year, remember?
But
it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers,
I don't know who the
at
hell
one time
is the
in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
So am I? Shit. Okay, looks like I'm the quarterback, I guess.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Vikings making their way out, and let's take this time to talk about the Vikings Club Championship of Madden. It was held in mid-December, and your winner, I.B. Straffen, or is it I.B. Strafen? You've got the pronunciation guide.
I.B. Strafen.
Strafen. My bad, Mr. Strafen. Whichever you prefer, but defeating New Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
It doesn't tell me if I go left or fucking right. It just doesn't.
Able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Probably me.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. He'll find Thielen work in the middle.
He won't fucking sprint, dude. This guy is so
field across the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
He's got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Telvin Smith in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
All right, go down, screen pass. All right, triangle.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Then we got 3 tacklers. 4 trying to get on the line.
Cousins. And complete right side to Madden Rudolph.
couldn't see him.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Cousins. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9.
Oh, Mary.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
After the interception, here's Kessler. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. He's got to feel grateful at this point the defense was able to get the turnover and get the ball back because he threw the interception last time. Could be a 2-score deficit right now. Instead, still 1 score.
Grateful, relieved. Hold our team. Look at the gift we got from our teammates. Let's make sure we take advantage of it now. It could be, as you noted, a much bigger deficit. I like.
Grab the goddamn manual, see what does what. That'd be your best bet. Cause you could have busted that if you would jump that nigga and spawn him.
Oh, never mind, go back.
What the fuck? No. Hit the light. Grab the manual out of the game, numbnuts.
Where's the game?
Pull the manual out. You see what the buttons do, dipshit.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I'm the only one that when I buy a new game, I take a shit and read it.
We ain't got a manual.
Fucking, y'all do yourself, man. I'll tell you this, I'm gonna go in the settings, look at what my shit does, roughly. Sorry, go ahead and sorry. Are you mad at me? Hey, you got the ball back, so can't be mad at me. That's why I was telling him, Jay, go in the settings.
I'm in settings.
Or no, over, down.
No, that's
no, go into settings, hit X. Now, baby, look at all the shit. No, game controls all the way down to the bottom. Now, honey, look. It's going to show you defense and offense.
Hurdle's triangle. Hurdle's triangle.
Dive is square.
Spin.
Spin is circle. X is stiff arm. Juke is the right button, but you got to hit down. Anti-recovery. Sprint. Pitch is L1. Precision, modify, tap L2. That shows you where everything's at.
Tackle ball?
Check ball R1, so when you're running it, so you don't fumble, you hold R1 when you're about to get hit. R2 is your sprint. So, that makes sense to everybody?
The strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
What?
They've been losing a nice amount.
Oh, what you smiling about?
It's hilarious. You just get up and go.
Yeah, I was gonna stomp his asshole. He was laughing because it was about the Dolphins. No, it was something about the breast cans. Probably been fucking vice versa.
Yeah, I was laughing because you got up and he's gonna go there and beat him. I know it was gonna happen.
Punk ass motherfucker. Hope the Vikings get their ass whooped in this game. Sorry, baby, you playing on them? Let's just get playing on a shitty team.
Thanks.
Fuck you, I ain't gonna ever pull for you, Vikings.
Next time, it's gonna be Jacksonville. I'm just kidding. It's Dolphins Patriots versus.
Fuck the pig. I'll be damned. I'll cut my nuts off if I lose them bitches. Or the Cowboys, or the fucking Chargers.
Why are they Chargers?
They trying to really get into this? That nigga stepped out of bounds. This shit been Dan Green on his Dolphins won the fucking Super Bowl.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Second down, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Come on, they were coming in. I spammed. Anthony Button.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
As Jacksonville readies for their next offensive snap, looking back to what they did this year, Charles, it just was a struggle. It has been a struggle all year, way below 500. And it's coming off the season where they were so close to going to the Super Bowl. And everybody thought this year was going to be very similar, if not better.
Yeah, they're really one controversial call away, weren't they, from last year going to the Super Bowl. So we all thought that when their win over New England early in the season, they truly had turned that corner and were going to be one of the teams to beat. But they didn't get good play from their quarterback, Blake Bortles. The defense was really up and down all year. It would give you a game where they looked like world beaters, and the next time wouldn't play well at all. Too many inconsistencies. And it's really hard to put a finger on where it all went wrong because this is a team that's too talented.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Emerson Griffin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Kessler throwing now. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Don't go for it. Hail Mary. I swear to God, this is the one Hail Mary I've ever seen.
But how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw forward with Kessler.
What do you mean?
Open man is Westbrook complete.
Dude's not guarding him, dude. He's not
conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the sticks make a drastic shift forward.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
How do you do one?
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Oh, shit.
Now Kessler throwing on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end, and it's third down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Kessler now to throw. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll go with a big back foot in. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
What do you want to do?
Brandon, let's file this play away for later. Let's note this play because, to me, it's not out of the question that the decision to pass up the 3 there could come back to haunt them later on.
Minnesota's football here in just a second. And you think about the season that the Vikings have had. Maybe not the kind of year that folks had envisioned for the Vikings. You thought maybe this could be an 11, 12, maybe even a 13-win season if all fell in place, but that has not been the case.
That is so true because we thought with the acquisition of Kirk Cousins, that would take care of everything on offense. The defense, one of the best in the league in 2017. No reason to think that that wouldn't continue, and they've still been one of the top units out there. But if they make the playoffs and they play as they did against Miami in Week 15, especially on offense when they ran the ball for 198 yards, look out, because then the Vikings could be dangerous. Can you imagine if they went to Dallas and took them on the road? Imagine that physical clash. And if they emerged out of that one, who knows? Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Cousins now on second down. Lets it fly for Thielen. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Kessler now on first down. Going deep for Moncrief.
I slipped and sorry.
The defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars.
I was trying to circle
Dante Moncrief, 49 yards. And the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick.
What the hell is this?
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job.
That was retarded.
Second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z. and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph, 46 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
He did that.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain, they would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Kessler. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first is Kessler. And his throw is incomplete.
What you do?
That move will get a corn dog.